Wires coming from here and there. 1 second. I don't know if it started yet. Okay. It's really weird. I had a thought today. Not sure if I did a video about it. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I had a hard time getting on. YouTube was asking me to check my password, make another one. It was like, okay. They really want you to sign in now to make sure it's really you. Like it's not a clone. Like, you've seen my face for the last 11 years, YouTube. Come on. You know who I am, right? I'm nobody else but me. My eyes are the same color as dry. Whoop. So check this out. Luna, Deimos, Phobos. Now you would just think they were letters, right? And you would say, hey, look, there's 5 letters. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 letters. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 letters. And you would say, hey, well, you know what? They each have 6 letters. They probably get the same number count. Yeah, right. I got to fix my focus just 1 second. So what happens? Okay, hold on a second. Let me get this. Okay. That's perfect. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so what happens here is it's the grid. In this house, there's a grid. There's a, I don't know if it's a changeover meaning because we're not animals, we're humans. I don't know how the vibration works, but if the vibration was higher enough, it would distort and take away your mind from the capability of concentrating. I know I'm jumping off subject. So what happens? Here's the number grid. So you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. You see, Z does not end in the 9th position. There are only 2 letters in the 9th position. Right? See, there's 6 and 6, but this is a D4. 4, 5, 9, 4, 6, 1. I'm just doing this to the lowest denominator. So this one would be in the 1st box, 2nd box, 3rd box, 1st box, 3rd box, and 1st box. Just to tell you, this is a red, this is a red, and this is a red, right? And what's funny, okay, why are they red? Because in roulette, this is where I get my rules from, in roulette. And what's funny about number 5 as number 14, right, is 1 plus 4 equals to 5. The reverse of 5, okay, is 9. According to the cube, my hand hurts. According to the cube, because the reverse on the cube, using 2 cubes, okay, using 2 cubes, take 1 and 4 and 1 cubed, the reverse will be 6 and 3, equaling to 9. And that 6 and 3, 6 times 3 equals to 18R. 6 plus 3 equals to I9. Oh, I don't know what I did to my hand. I was shoveling. I was shoveling snow today. Okay, so the 6-letter words over here is 9, 18, 22, 28. Total, this is 29. Wow, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 5 and 4. 4 times 5 equals to 20. 4 plus 5 equals to 0.9. It's my 29. By the way, the numeric value of yellow is 92 and black is 29. Black Jack 25 equaling to 54, and that would be the sun, and created from number 14, which is a direct expression of 5 to 9 because of the reverse. Do any other numbers do it? Well, there is number 6. The number 6 has to revert to an 8, right? So this is going to revert to an 8. How? 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to that 9. Can I do it with 1 and 5? Can I do it with 2 and 4? Can I do it with 3 and 3? None of these, okay, will complete the equation. This one has to equal to 8. It will not. It equal to 5 and 6 equaling to 11. Although 11 is connected to 8, according to roulette, because of the design of the board, this one over here will equal to 8 and 6. And this one over here will equal to 9 and 6, equals to 14, equals to 15. And it just so happens that pi begins here and here. This is the beginning of creating the numbers in pi. Anyways, let me just stop this for a second. For those who don't know what I do, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Today I figured out that if the cow jumped over the moon, remember this is a science. I should change that, science and technology for entertainment purposes only. Should we change it to that? Should we change it to that? What do I do? Oh my God, I don't know. I really don't. I don't like to put a name on it. I dissect things. I dissect things. Dissect things. What do I dissect? Like I just showed you, the equation. It's a funny equation. 6 times 3, 6 plus 3. The other thing about 6 and 3 is that 6 times 6 will create the 36, right? But 63 is 3 times 21. Now, 3 times 21 can also be looked at a different way, and it's just so funny. There's a Nikki, like sometimes it really bugs me, but she comes in and she says everything sort of like I'm going one way and she puts it another way, and I'm saying, yeah, that works too. I know it does. I know it works too. But I'm just trying to figure out this situation. Then we'll go do that situation, because now I'm all excited because I know it works and I just can't jump off from one into another one just like that. It's not my story. I'll just have to be quiet from my story and just listen so I can see a little bit deeper through the eyes of another. So what happens here? Okay. I was trying to find out if any other numbers creates this perfect 5 to 9 other than this. And everything that this can do, it also creates its reverse. I will try and find it with another number, okay? Over here, what it does do, number 5, what is so special about number 5, okay, is it creates 5 and 6 equals 11. So in its star system math, it will create its 9 and its 11. It will create the student, Yo-11 of Earth and Mars, created from the controlling planet of Mercury, controlling the moon, either of Earth or the 2 moons, only controlling the 2 moons of Mars. Mercury 1, Mars 4 equaling to 5. And then we have Venus, okay, 2, and Earth 3 equaling to 5. So now we've put together our 9/11 because it is what it is. I just tell the story. This is what they taught us. They taught me this. They taught me this. They taught me this. They taught me this. I put the planets in their order. I add them up. It's 5 and 5. How can we mathematically get 5 and 5? From the half-life of the spirit church. And the only reason for that is because 16 and 91 are the flip side of each other, where things get a little twisted. I think 16 times 16 is 256. Nineteen by 19 equals 361, plus 32 equals 288, plus 38 equals 399. 0.288, 0.3. I mean, you can say what you want, right? You can just say whatever you want. I have to continue the equation over here. I don't know if I want to go here. Well, I'm having trouble moving my arm. Or should I come back over here, or should I explain this? If you haven't been here before, when I'm not having verbal speech with somebody so they can keep up to me, because anyways, let me go back to where I all started. Okay, there's Luna, there's Deimos, there's Phobos. I don't want to concentrate on the planets. I want to concentrate on the moons. And one of the reasons for the concentration on the moons, okay, is because of I think they call it a Chev. And then there's a Chevro or Chevrolet, the ET. The lay, okay, LET is elay. Okay. This one over here is 17, and this one over here is 25. This 17 and 25, it's communication from Mars into Earth. Earth is numbered 25, and 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 will create 10, and 7, 17. So it recreates this, and it shows us it is the ET. So I like to play a word game with this and say, since Chevrolet and ET, I say Chevra, which is goat. And goat is the starts off with the 7 and the 15, and it's communication, okay, and it's a go. Remember go, land on go, how much you connect, and this is the information through Mars. This is what I see. Anytime I see AT together, that's communication. You have AT, okay, when you have an AT, you have a divided roadway, okay? You have the divided roadway. There's no line in this, so your V is capping your A. There's no line. It's the full extension. Anyways, the other thing, one of the reasons I think there can be no lines is because every time you go down certain levels, a line will show up in your level, therefore telling you this has a free area space and it's not locked in. Do you follow what I am saying? I don't want you to be convinced because I'm selling it to you. So let me get back to the goat. The goat has 2 nipples. The cow has 4 nipples. Here we have 3 moons. We also have Mercury. We have Venus. What am I showing this problem? We have Mercury, we have Venus, we have Earth, and we have Mars. Okay? So what happens here is Mercury has 0 moons. Venus has 0 moons. Earth has 1 moon. Mars, okay, has 2 moons. Since Mercury, okay, and Mars are the 1st and the 4th planet, I say Mercury gets Earth moon. I'm questioning this right now. And then Venus and Earth are 2nd and 3rd planet, okay? And Venus okay, gets Mars moons. I'm questioning this. You see, if we can look at this another way. I'm just trying to question the questions. You see, if I say Mercury, well, Mercury is one, it gets one moon. Earth. Venus is two, it gets two moons. And they interlock because Mercury is already the opposite of Mars. Why would it need a moon? Venus is already the opposite of Earth, or the connecting of Earth. Why would it need a moon? So I say Venus goes ahead, okay, and gets both moons of Mars, okay. And if it does that, okay, it would be Venus with two, and then the two moons equaling to Venus 4. And Mercury would be Mercury 2. If Venus got one moon, it would equal to 3. See, if Venus got the Earth moon, I don't have this written out properly, okay? But if Venus got the Earth moon, it would be 1 moon plus 2 equals to 3. If Mercury ends up with controlling Mars moons, okay, that would be 2. 2 and 1 is 3. So their numbers would now connect 3 and 3 as they do connect 5 and 5, 1 and 4, 5. Do you understand? So anyways, this is how it works. This is Luna. This is Deimos, and this is Phobos. We have one goat over here, and by the way, it's 21 and 22 equals to 43, and that would be DC, and that would be the connection to the 7th gate of the 13th moon. Seven times 343. 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals 21. That is the cube. CDCU. CDCU, 13 moons, 364 days. The 1.25 days left over is for Yo. Earth and Mars, the student connection. Mind and memory, 512. The numbers I speak to you is because of the position of the letters in the alphabet. Although they will be reversed, okay? Although they can be reversed, this would say Belle. She's beautiful. That's what it says. She's beautiful. 40 is the blue planet. 5 times 5 and 3 times 5. Electric company. So this is what I do over here. So here is where the cow is. And I want to go Vash or cow. 23 and 15, 38, 41. So they're talking about the birth. 38, look, you have woman inside up here for 38. When you say the 38, it is the gold club. It is the golden club. Isn't it so funny? The club, everybody laughs at the club, but in society, everybody wants to be invited to the club. No one wants to be invited to the spade. You get invited to the spade when you die. Okay? Everybody wants to be at the club, not the spade. In French, the spade is the pick. Okay? The spade is a very dangerous card. It's the most dangerous card in the deck. You never want to get involved with the black spade. In French, they call it la pique royale. And in cards, it takes you to your grave. This information is what the numbers say. So we put 4 here and we put 2 here. And can you figure it out? Okay, because the goat has 2 nipples. So you have 2 goats, right? And that's 43 and 43. And then here we have 4, okay? And it's cow, and that's 41, right? 84 is Pluto, because everything has to be coming out of Pluto. Number 84, the division between day and night. So now what happens is we take this over here and we run it all the way over here. and then we take this one and we run it all the way over here. And then we take this one and we run it all the way over here. And then we take this one, we run it all the way over here. And then we take this. Do I have my pen? Now the rest of this, I mean, from in here, I'm just thinking what happens, that this one goes through here and this one goes all the way down through here. And we interlocked the communication. Now, what would the communication interlock be, and why? What would make the difference? They're just moons. No, because Mercury and Venus are controlling all the information that are passing through these moons. So what you might see as nothing going on, the reverse of Mercury is Pluto. The reverse of Venus is Neptune. So there's a whole lot more going on, okay, than what we're understood to see. And not only that, we can see between the numbers, there is other and altered area space. Between 1 and 5 is an invisible 3. Between 3 and 5 is an invisible 4. Between 5 and 9 is an invisible 7, and there's the same invisible 7 between 8 and 6. You see, it is the 8 and 6 is the division of the 7th gate, and it is between 5 and 7, the division of the 7th gate. And lo and behold, look at that, 1 above 4. 1 above 4 is the widest spread of the division of the 7th gate. How so? When you take the dice cube, let me go get a dice cube. For those who haven't seen it yet, maybe some have, but and this is really interesting for me, that 4 and 10, 1 plus 0 equals to 1, and that is the greatest spread for the 7th gate in the game of craps. After that, it's 5 and 9. So if you look at your dice, at your keyboard or at your telephone, you will see, I'm going to hold the camera down again. You'll see between 5 and 9, right? Between 5 and 9, okay, is that number 7th gate right there missing. And then between 6 and 8. So you can see there's a different direction between the 6 and 8 and the 5 and 9. I just want to just see if I can, just one second here. Is this, show me the crap table. Let me see if I can just grab my thing here. Okay. So what I want to show you is, you see 4 and 1 are on the outside, 5 and 9, and then 6 and 8. Here's a crap table, 7 to 1 for any craps. I don't know if you can see why there's so much light. I'm going to try and fix this. Okay, something like that. So, and then you have, if you get 3-3, it's 9 to 1. So if 3-3 is 9 to 1, the reverse of 3-3 is 44. 44 is 9 to 1. You see 55, 7 to 1. The reverse of that is 22, 7 to 1. These are very important numbers. 9 and 7 are very important. The most dots, if you take out a dice cube, there are 9 area spaces to create dots, but you will never use more than 7. So it's telling us a story. 15 to 1, Mars gate, alpha beta creation. Here, look, creation of day, 30 to 1. So why don't we just write 3021, 1521, 3021, 3021. I'm just using this as a real 2. And then hopping. What hopping means, okay, is you have to call out the number. I think that's what that hopping is. And then there's the field. So now I would have to go, what does it mean, the field? I really never looked into that. Pass line, field, line, I mean, when I see that, it always, I don't know, 5, 9. What if it was an N? It'd be 9, right? Pass is 55. passes 50. Why do they call it the big 6 and 8? Because that's the house planet. And then it says any 7, 4 to 1. So anyways, another thing about the 4 and 1, okay, which is ironic. So let me fix that focus again. Now the thing about 4 and 1 that's ironic is that A plus B equals to C plus C, okay, equals to F6. So once you do C, your next number is D, and that will create a 10. So it creates at the same time the inside and the outside. I'm going to do this again and show you on paper. One plus 2 equals to 3. Okay, plus 3 equals to 6. Okay, F plus 4D equals to 10. So we have, in the game of craps, as I just showed you, we have number 4 over here. And number 10 over here. Well, here's a 1 and here's the 0, right? And then over here is 9 and 5 and 6 and 8. So when I create this, okay, we begin, okay, right over here by looking on the board, and those odds are telling me Mars. 15 to 1. You may have to give up 1, lose 1, or put up 1 to get 15. That can also say 4-1. If this says 2-1, you get to keep it. If it says 4-1, it'll take away and give you this instead. So watch out. Watch out. Don't go so quick. Okay, so now we have that, and that's the 3, and nothing starts till 4. So once you get to 6, that's your inside, 6. Okay, and you add the 4, it creates the 10, and that's the outside. So you've created the 6. Let me just, I'd like to color that in. I want to see what it looks like. I want to see how much of the story that it tells. Okay, let me take this back from here. So we started with 1. Okay, the end is 1. These two are the end. We started with the ABC 6. Okay, this 6 automatic. So it's 1, 4, 6, 1, 6, 4. I have to think what this is. These are 3 separate basic numbers. These are 3 basic separate numbers. I just don't remember what they're saying. The 1 is the reverse of the 6 on the cube. The 1 is the reverse of the 6 on the cube. I'm just trying to think for myself. 72 times 5 is 36. 36 and 24. 9-6 rotation. 164. Well, actually, this 1, okay, this 1 and this 5, they're both lost inside of this 9. I'm just trying to look at everything. So if they're lost inside the 9, this would be gone. I don't need this one over here. In fact, I don't need this one either. I don't need both of these. And really and truthfully, the 5 is inside the 9, right? And I'm either going to go with this. I don't need this one anymore. So I have to figure out what, you see, this is on one side, this is on the other. dividing of the heavens. You are born through the heavens into the nine. You are the nine birth born into the sixth world. I might need that 5. It's inside of 9. That's your birth. That 5 is inside of 9. So that means you are here and you moved over here. This becomes the house planet. 68 is the house planet in rotation. It's connected to an outside source, directly connected. These numbers tell me they're directly connected. This is created. This is a number that's created through Venus, Jupiter. Venus's numeric value 81. I like to call R the 18th letter as the resident angel, but 9 times 9 equals to 81. 9 plus 9 equals to 18. This is Jupiter's value. Now, being Jupiter's value, I'm also going to go and show you 66, which is the first creation of everything. 1 times 2 equals to 2 times 3 equals to 6. 1 plus 2 equals to 3 times 1 plus, 1 plus 2 equals to 3 plus 3 equals to 6. So your root 66 is your basic creation from the star mathematics. They invert each other. That's what that is. It's the same thing as 2 times 2 equals 4 and 2 plus 2 equals 4. And this is created by 84. And that's where Pluto comes in. Son of Pluto, because the numeric value for these two is this. Now, if we want to go a little bit deeper, wow, no one's watching me. 32 minutes. What night is it? Friday night. I guess everybody's out. So anyways, that's okay. Yeah, so root 66 is the crown root. They call it corona, the one root. And the corona part is the arc, which is your body. They're talking about your body, your resident, your creation in pi, how it got divided. ON, anytime you see ON comes together, it's talking about the division within Mars and the sun. Mars and the sun. And if you give me colors, I'm going to relate them either to horses and what colors they wear on their back. I might relate it to the roulette. I might relate it to horse racing. I might relate it to who knows what. I have to take a look at other colors and see what their relationship is and what the vibe is. Welcome, welcome. I was just about to end the video. No one's been here for the last 30 minutes off and on. I have to get a better setup. What a beautiful night to spend alone, is it not? What a beautiful night. You know what? I like to be alone, right? But there's just something about having a little bit of company, doing whatever they want, you know, going outside, a little ambiance, you know. So I'm sitting here doing numbers tonight with no one to ask any questions. I'm not sure if you saw what I just did, what I did myself, right? I'm just trying to think of it myself. This number grid I just did. This is according to the crap table. Inside the crap table, if you notice, what is not in the field, okay, is 5, 6, 7, right? Just 5, 6, and 7, right? The average is 18, 5, 6, and 7. E, F, G. Why is it not in the field? 5, 6, 7. So if we make this small little question, the 5 is opposite of the 9. The 9 is there. The 6 is opposite of the 8. They're both not there. The 7 is not there because the 7 is out. If you hit a 7, everything is dead. And then whoever put on the don't come bar would win. So you have to understand these rules of creation. Everything came from somewhere. It just didn't say, hey, we're just going to call a game of roulette. Yeah, we're just going to call this game, craps. Yeah, just going to That's what we're going to call it, right? So then there's the don't pass bar. So anyways, what happened is 1 and 2, right, is that don't pass. That is, and they barred the 12. Sorry about that. They barred the 12. See that? It means, I mean, you can't lose on all of them because there's more bad numbers. I think it is. Let me see what it is. Yeah, they barred the 12. I don't remember why they barred the 12. Maybe it's because a crap number, right, is 1 and 1, and the reverse of 1 and 1 is 6 and 6. So they would bar the 12. And then if it's barred the 12 and people can't bet there, they'll end up betting the one-time roll over here. Well, it's a one-time roll over here, I think. Don't pass bar 12. I'm not sure if they count this 12 in this one. But anyways, irregardless, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 equals to 6. So your finite of your beginning of your first 360, right? This is a straight line. Okay, this is a straight line. But if we do this, we go all the way around. 1, 2, 3 lines. I call it A, B, C. I just do it simple like that. That's my. Once I add the D on, that completes the mirror. A, B equals C plus equals C plus C equals 6. So the equation is like here on its own. So here's your 6 and your 4 creating your 10. The only one that are not in here, okay, is the 5, the 8, and the 9. Those are the only 3. So on one side you have the 5. On the other side you have the 9, all divided by the 8. Why? What was I saying about the 6 before? We're going to disregard it. I was putting too many associations together. So we just have to take, do I have? Okay, so let me do it again. So we end up with the 4 and the 1 and the 6. 4, 1, and 6. What is not in there is 5, 8, 9. Oh, so that'll equal to 36. 5 times 8 is 40, times 9 is 360 by 24 hours a day. If we were multiplying it, if we're adding it, it's 10 plus 1. If we're adding it, it is 17. It is, I'm using them all together here. I'm just trying to figure out 10 plus 1. So, okay, 13 plus 9 is 22. So this is life on the house planet. Birth in AC. Remember, 34 and 13, what they do, it's hot and cold water, blue and red. So we're going to come back to a piece I mean, you just showed up. I just want to show you something. I needed to go back to this piece over here. I never completed this piece. Wow. It's so hard to explain myself over and over exactly what I see, but I'm going to try my best. I'm all over the place because there are so many things going on. For me, the end of the year is the 288th day. Now, I'm going to see if it works out. I am busy calculating something. 288 times, hold on, 60 times 1.5. Okay, 288 times 1.5 equals 432. Okay, so that's basically our vibration stage. Okay, that's our vibration stage. What I'm trying to figure out is, just give me a second on this calculation. 300 and no, 288 times, no, 260 times 1.5 equals, no, 240 times 1.5 equals, yeah. I can't remember what that is, but that should be the end of the cycle, the complete cycle, 288. It's when you look at that, you can also say it's 2 days, okay, 1,440 minutes in a day times 2 equaling to 288. The 432 vibration that we work with, okay, is the 3-day, okay, cycle. And then the next day is going to be the 144, whatever you want to call it, Sophigus or 1440, whatever it is, or 144. That'll be the 1 day. And then there's the 3 days, 313. Now, they might be overlapping, okay? We might be overlapping for the single one that comes out over here. There might be something. I can't even explain this piece. I can't even explain it. Anyways, the end part about this one over here, the 288, and I like to talk about the connecting skies of Pegasus over here, and half of memory. This is half of Earth's memory, 256. It connects to 512, which connects to Yo 11 in the 7th gate of the game of craps. As well, it's telling me about energy because it talks about Christ over here. 1 plus 6, 1 plus 6, 77 is the Christ. It also tells me about green go and who is going. It is the angel of Yo 11 at the 7th gate, because 11 for 11 is number 63. Where do I get number 63 from? I got to figure it out myself. I just went down the line. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 7 and 6, 13. So what happens when you're a man, the coming of a man, number 13, 7 and 7, 6 and 1, 7, 6 and 1, 7. That is your 7 and 7 of the Christ. 3, 1, 3, 7. That's how it's created. 6 and 5, 11, 1, 2, 13. 1 and 3 again, number 13. Equals to 4 and 5. This 4 and 5 is going to bring on the birth. Okay, that's right. That's where it was. What happens over here when we get the 512 memory? When I mentioned the 364 days a year, the 512 memory just reversed the numbers to 1.25 extra days in the year, possibly lost time or added time for movement of consciousness, or altered consciousness, whichever way you want to go with that. This one over here would be 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, okay, which would equal to 1 and 2. 19 and 19, which is the spirit, right, comes out to 1 and 2. And then it's creation of 99, creation of Jupiter, creation of the club, creation of the half-life spirit. Anytime you see a number that can be easily flipped over or looked at it from a different side and recreate another number of the same 9 geometric designs of numbers, you can just change it around. It is what it is. Yes, this one over here, 7 times 7 equals 49. 7 plus 7 equals to 14 equals 63. This is where I got my student from. The cube is now entered into this game. There are 3 cubes, 3 times 21. We went over this alphabet thing. We talked also about the only number that I have right now that brings in the freedom spirit is right here, number 14. It is the purest of its numbers that will recreate its opposite. 1 plus 4 equals to 4. 1 plus 4 equals to 5. 1 times 4 equals to 4. The total is 9, which is the opposite of its addition. Here is the total alphabet inside its own area grid. The alphabet ends on an 8, yet 9. Okay, what happens with 9? Here is the 9th position. The way I see it, the minimum is we have to go ahead and I have to create another alphabet here. And this time I'm going to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Fox, Y, Z, headquarters. Headquarters, watching over the angels. So now we're going to go ahead, okay, and we are going to do the alphabet again. But this time we're going to go upside down and we're going to have IR over here. So this whole area, okay, will be 99, 99, 99, 99. If you want to look at the long count, it'll be number 27, 72 if you want to look at it the other way. For which reason, the 9th letter and the 18th letter is a total of 27 times 4 equals to 80 and what was that? 27 times 4? 80 and 28, 108. 168. So this would be our core. IR would be our core. And it's all 99s. And the reason it's 99s is because the I is the 9th letter and the R in Pythagorean is the 9th letter. And this is where everything would stem out. And we'd keep doing this. This is not finished. We do it upside down here. Now we have to go, we went ABC, CBA. Now we have to go ABC because A did not come to A yet. So we have to flip it down here and flip it up here and recreate the whole thing through the ABC because that's the grid we were given. It's the grid we were given everywhere. This is what we work with. We've been working with this for a long time. The straight numbers and these, they're two different world alignments, okay? Maybe we're going across the winding galaxy, one and all, you know, just keep going. Right? And remember remember one thing. Remember DC. Okay, hot, cold, red, blue, purple, NGC 7286 Pegasus. Why? Because it's number 88. It's number 88. Red plus blue equals to purple. 27 and 40 equals to 67. The word cold equals to 34. The word hot equals to 43, and so does DC. It's created by 7 times 7 times 7 equals 343, or CDC. This is for CDC. It will create 19 and 19, or it'll create 77. 3 and 4, 7, 3 and 4, 7, 3 by 4, 12, 3 by 4, 12, 19, 19. So they create what they do, they say what it is, and those are the letters in the alphabet. That's what it is. It is what it is. A little tired. I'm not really sure where to go. I don't like messing up my book. For those who don't know, it took 2 goats equaling to 86, or one cow equaling to 41. So it took the sun and the DC goats in order to connect this planetary alignment. Am I missing any planets? Probably. It's always a nick or a knack. And this is what the numbers say, and a little bit of what I add to it, you know, the little bit of glue, putting A and B. And you have to do your own manipulation and exchange, talk about it and see what's going on. Anyways, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. If you have a question and you want to know what I do, if you're new on here, although there's only 2, if you want to know anything specific, go ahead, ask away. I'm here for that. I don't know any more than you. I just come up with all these realities for entertainment purposes only, right? No one has to say anything, wants to say anything. Yeah, we live in a magical planet. It's just fantastic. Thank you for watching this video. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. This is what I look at in front of me. There's the train tracks, the ceiling, and I most likely, one of my big things that I can't leave is my magical floor, the mat. the math, the roulette table right in front of you. Boom. You even have the cube down there. I don't know if you can see it. Whoop. All the way down there, they got the cube. Yeah, big old cube. 111, 666, 555. That's what's left over, you know. The center of roulette. Does anybody know that before I let this go? I was going to let it go. Just not yet. Just want to do one more piece so I don't forget. Oh, I should have finished this also. You know that? I'll just do it in a minute. I'll do it very, very quick. Um, um, Notice in roulette, it's packages of 12, eh? Not 9. In roulette, it's alpha, omega, packages of 12. 1 through 12 equals to 78. 1 and 12 equals to 13. 13 through 24 equals to whatever. 25 through 36 equals to whatever. So I'm going to add that up and check that out in a second. 13 plus 14 plus 15 plus 16 plus 17 plus 18 plus 19 plus 20 plus 21 plus 22 plus 23 plus 24 equals 222. Right. Divided by 3. Okay. 25 through 36. That would be 25 plus 26 plus 27 plus 28 plus 29 plus 32 plus 33 plus 34 plus 35 plus 36. 366 plus 222 plus 78 equals, okay, that's it. 366 days in a year, 25 through 36. So I guess that's what we're living from. So what we first have to understand is there's a normal count in which everybody goes 1 through 9 equals to 45, 10 through 18, 19 through 27, and then 28 through 36. There's also this count. 10 through 18 is 170. 191. No. 181. 171. Is that correct? 171 minus 45. 126. 126. 171. 181. Right. 126. And then I'm doing this, so I have to check this out. 19 plus 20 plus 21 plus 22 plus 23 plus 24 plus 25. Whoop. Plus 26 plus 27 equals 207. 207 minus, oh no, 207. And then 28 through 30, 28. Well, here I can get the rest. 171 plus 207 equals 378 plus 288 equals 288. Isn't that perfect? Isn't that perfect? 366 days when you count from 25 to 36. When you count from 28, the end of the cycle, through 36, you get 288. That was the number I had before. That's really interesting. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go from the center of roulette, where it's 16 and 19, 17 and 20, and 18 and 21. The total of that is 111. There is 555 more numbers to be found on the board. At the same time, we have to understand how things are broken apart in the position of certain numbers, because there's 9 boxes, right? And letters divided. This box is completely different. This box is completely different. This is the 9th box, but everything ends over here. This is just an extension of this. So where does this position play from? By the way, this is the Jesus Christ of time. This is God. This is divided roadway. Remember the 3 and 4? They create 136. Okay, this is that divided roadway. So what these numbers to me are going to do, okay, is they're going to tell me something about the game of craps, the 7th gate, the 10 numbers. Although you don't use the 10 numbers, I replace 10 by number 1. So over here is 111. So 1 through 17, okay, equals to 170, 160, 163, 153. So it's 100 and, no, wait a second. 153 is here. Hold on a second, till number 15. Oh, that's 210. There's 210 numbers all the way up 1 through 15. And then there are 111, 210, 111 equals to 321, A, B, C. This also is a link to birth, the cube, the moon, this number over here. It also connects to darts, because when you add up the dartboard from 1 to 20, it equals to 210. So the balance is going to be 345, and that will be your 666 CDE. Again, CDE, DC Electric Company. 5 by 4 is 20, equaling to 60, plus 12 equaling to 72. 72, 1 part of rotation. 72, 14 and 9 equaling to 23 creation. 5 and 9, the only pure number on the cube. The only pure number on the cube coming from this. 72. 72 slash 35 slash 38. 55. What happens is 55 is going to create 35. 55 is created by number 16, the extension of its mathematics. Anyways, this will also talk about the Golden Club, somewhere residing on the moon. Raphael, 72. Any questions? Hello, Michelle. Somebody showed up. Nice. Oh, I didn't look. 4 people. Oh, my God. I've been here for most of the time alone. It's time to ask me a question. I'm a little tired. If you didn't understand what went on, that's why it's so much better if we were all sitting in a room. We're all sitting in a room together. We energize. We're more powerful than sitting. As you can see the big crowd in the back, we must be 20 of us. We're 20. Where'd everybody go? Okay. I'm going to get a drink, and if somebody has a question, I'm going to stick around. Got a long, long way to go. Maybe I need to start video 1 from 10 years ago. Listen, if you look at my videos from when I started, I wanted to go into hiding. I'm like going, oh my God, this is sick. But that's how it started. Just not really sure what the information is. Very frustrating because I didn't know where to use it. until finally I said to myself, I was writing and everybody was telling me, when are you going to finish your book? When are you going to finish your book? I said, first I'm gathering all the information. Oh, wow, that little kid upstairs. So it's very, so all I did was gather my information, and I knew I couldn't just keep writing it down and writing it down. I knew that if I would share it, somehow somebody somewhere might pick up a piece of the information and is capable of using it, hopefully for the sake of the good. And I said, no one's going to pick up a book and try and understand my scribble. I mean, I can understand my scribble, but I come out here and I'm just like what, I want to like the skeleton. I'm like the skeleton. I show all the, I believe I can show these certain pathways of where to go, but there's where I go, there's other realities to uncover in the game of roulette. Even the setup of the board in the game of roulette. If we go and look at some of the setup, take a look at the shape in the corner, the words they use. Their color commentary comes from the information network. If you believe that we're alone in this universe, if you seriously believe that we are the only human beings, right? It'd be crazy. Billion, do you see where we went in the last 100 years? Once the information starts coming in, 500 years ago, they don't talk about people driving cars. But did you know that there was the electric car in the early 1900s? Did you know that? That there was, look up, when was the first electrical car? Look it up. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to read. Meant to be. Well, listen, it's not really the roulette. Everybody's looking, they watch, I got like most of my visions, most of my videos that we're watching are on roulette. It has nothing to do with playing the game. It has nothing to do with playing the game. It just has to do where all the positions of everything is. That's all. Just the position where everything is. I have no idea what it means. But there's just some, give me a second, I need something to drink. I'm a little out of everything to drink. You know what? For the last 2 days, I saw what I was looking for, and now I don't see them. They're like gone. They're gone, like disappeared. I'm looking for something. Hold on a second. Wow. Oh, here it is. Okay. 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 The numbers are set up on here. There's a different story on the side of the single zero than there is a story on the side of the double zero. I have the design, I've separated them, and I read the story. I don't know what it all means. I have to sit down and go over and over and over. And secondly, I need it like I need it made big. I need it, you want to have a little setup sometimes. It just gives you a better look at it, and then you want to be able to crumple it up and throw it out and classify it. There's so much, anyways, but you can never get frustrated. You just got to continue to share, look at it, do it online. Let's hope that if you shared something that makes sense, maybe somebody will come back and say something. So maybe we're going to take, I mean, my camera is very, very high. I'm going to see if we can just do something small with this one. Is there too much light in here? Hold on. Why is there so much light? What if I block this green light here? Okay, where's that light coming from? Okay, I don't want it to. Okay, on this one, where's that light coming from? Hold on a second. Oh my God. Maybe, okay, is that better? Okay, if you take a look, 36 equals 37. 13 and 24 is 37. 36 and 3 is 39. 24 and 15 is 39. 3 and 34, so it's all 37. 22 and 15, 37. 5 and 34, 39. 22 and 17, 39. 5 and 7, 5 and 30, I can't read that. 5 and 32 is 37. So, and then it stops, and then there's a little bit of a difference. 20 and 17, 37. 32 and 7, 39. So that's the single zero. And where are the, hold on a second. Where, hold on a second, I lost my trend of thought. Yes, where are these numbers? These numbers are the reverse. 37 is the reverse of the center of roulette. 17 and 20 is that marker for reverse. Yet 17 and 20 are the part of the numbers that are the add-on to the center. They are the reflection of each other. It is the only place on the board, and that's where the cube is created. The actual cube creation, I need to use number 14 on one side, so it's 111 and 14 is 125, and I have to use number 23 on the other side, so that'd be 125, 135, 145. So I will use 148 numbers. I will use 148 of 666 to create that. So that will leave me with 518. I'm just trying to understand that. And part of it tells me, I mean, right away, 518 is Mars creation of resident angel. It's also the 5 is a number that cuts everything in half. So when I talk about the half-life, right, the 5 would be it. And 5 also has a value of 1 1/4. And I'm going to show you, and don't forget, these numbers that I show you can be discussed, switched, rearranged, talked about why I say that. And now I have to remember what I was talking about. Number 5, okay, it has a value of 42. Its reverse is 9, and it has a value of 42, and it's created from number 14. 14 will create 5, and it will create 9 as a total. 5 and 9 equals to 14. It is the only one I find to do this exact number. The other one is 23, and that will create 6. That will create 6 and 5. And that's all we really need. These are the only 2 we really need, and I'm going to explain that later if you want to know, but let's stay away. So let's talking about number 5 is number 5 has got 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And the way I usually like to work this, according to measurements by a carpenter, because if we're following Jesus, he was a carpenter. So obviously he's telling us how to measure. I measure from here to here. I do not need to know these areas over here. So all these areas to me are the half space. This is my measurement over here. This is 5. Now, there's a total of 9 areas. If you add 1 to 9, it equals to 45. If you're using 5 areas over here, we don't need the 5th area. We have 5, 10, 15. We have 20, okay, inside of area 5. 5 controls 20. This one in the center, okay, is in control of 4. Or it's a transition station, or it's a differential, but it's value of 1 or 4 to 1. What is the value of the center operating all 4 corners? That's my question. See, this is what I look at. And I don't know too much about math or anything, so I don't know another way to look at this. And I don't want all kinds of crazy MC squared equals. I want to know how you got to telling me about MC squared. I don't understand that jargon. So anyway, so that's your value. That's your partial value, because there is another value to this. Will you give more of a value to the outside corners than the inside corners? And your other question is, how do we know it's just not 4 squares? 1 square, 2 squares, 3 squares. Here's a square here, a square here, a square here, and a square here. And 5, okay, is right over here in between the other 4. So I'm not really sure which way we should look at it. But if we looked at it this way, then this area would be in between, this area would be in between, this area would be in between, this area would be in between. Now we'd have a cube. And each one of these have a different value. The ones in the corners, right in the centers, they're valued at 35 to 1. The ones that are in between these lines over here, those are 17 to 1. And the one over here, well, that's 8 to 1. So this is telling me about the heavens, HA. This is telling me about QA. This one, again, is telling me HA. But this is the electronic heavens, 3 and 5, 8. If this is 3 and 5, 8, the reverse of this is going to be 4 and 2. Now, you might ask yourself a question, where did I get these numbers? I'm going to stop for a second because Michelle said a few things. So I want, you know, this is not for me to go into a speed race. Oh, right. Yes, this is the year of 5D. This is the year of 5D. So what you said, thank you very much for saying it, because I heard it a few times today. It's not, we're jumping over 4D. We don't need 4D. We need 5D. 5D is to see through the half worlds. Where do I get, so you want to know where I get these numbers from? In roulette, when you're betting, right? When you bet in between 2 numbers, okay, you get a payout of 17 to 1. When you bet in between 4 numbers, you get a payout of 8 to 1. So this is where I get my information. We have to use it somewhere. I don't know where. So anyways, what happens is I'm going to just show you this design. This is what happens. These are, the reason I'm connecting these is because they're all red numbers. It's the only place on the board that I can do this. There is no other place on the board. And while I do this, for some reason, when do we connect the red to a black? When it's on the cross. This is the center. So I'm either going to draw a line from here to here or draw a line from here to here. If I draw all the lines that I need to, I'm going to be telling you 2 stories. I only want to tell you 1 story. So if I do the complete design, you will lose the effect of the story. So we are going to connect right here. And this is what I call the cube. Right here. 4 corners divided up by 3, but actually this is the corner to the 3. You see what the Y does, how it distorts things? So this is where the cube belongs, and this is in roulette. So man, Mars, life. Oh yes, that was another thing. That was another thing. 242. I don't know if you remember about the goat. Who wasn't here at the beginning of the video when I spoke about the goat and the cow? The cow is number 41. It's a pure creation. The goat is number 43. It's used for DC. I'd like to know if our numbers were created from 99 down or from 1 up, because we're always doing the count down. So we have 41 and 43. Now we have Demas, we have Phobos, and we have Luna. Luna is a cow. Phobos is a goat. 22, 23, 43. 21 and 15 is 36 and 7. 3 and 15. And don't forget woe and woman, creation of Ow, right? Luna, 12, 33, 47, 48. 1, 15, 36, 46, 48. Son of Pluto, basic. Oh, and hold on a second. Buy, sell. Buy and sell. 25, 35, 45, 46, 48, 19, 24, 34, 44, 48. Okay, they're both 48 values. They all create area space, the division between day and night, 44. That's what this does, all these numbers. So we get that the cow is number 41, equaling to 5 and 9, which both numbers have a numeric value in the word, okay, to the house planet. The division of the 7th gate. Now, I'm only going to put 2 circles or 2 dots on these. Why? Because the goat only has 2 nipples. The cow has 4 nipples. So now I'm going to connect like that. And now we have Mars over here and Earth over here. And this is how I look at it, the reason for having these 2 farm animals. The story they tell me. This tells me, okay, about number 7. Now there's 2 goats. So it's 43 and 43. 77 is the Christ. It also brings in Yo Elev. I did this once. I'm doing it again. This is where the student comes in. It's 11. But when they say 11, the game, it means student. So when I get 7 times 7 equaling to 49, plus 7 plus 7 equals to 14, equals to 63, minus 49 equals to 35. Electric company, creation of the birth of the angel resident because of what 6 and 3 do. 6 times 3 equals to 18R. 6 plus 3 equals to 09I. IR, they fall after headquarters. Where is headquarters? Headquarters is right there. Headquarters is the house planet, number 86, to the birth. Add up 2 through 13, it'll equal 90. Here is the cycle to the house planet through the gateway of Jesus of time. The divided roads at 66. And remember, this is number 4. This is number 3. Where do I get this from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I did that all the way to 36. I did a full 4 cycles of 9. I did 4 cycles because that's what they tell us to do in our leap year. Anything you do is 4 sides. Remember, if you start on one side, you only have to complete your sides. So you have 1, 2, 3 sides, and then you're going back to the side you were on. It's just how to understand things the way I see it. Where am I? Where was I? Did I ever finish this? 5 is control of 20. And the minute these numbers, we have to understand something else, that once you get to this row of numbers over here, numbers 66, right, which is over here, 2 and 3, are partly partaking into the next row in numbers. The reason for this is my hypothesis, is because in French, we always say 60. I mean, when we want to say 70, we will say 60 and then add 10. So we're adding 10 to this complete row, to every single one, when we do it in French. When we get to this row, it's even more special. We're saying 4 times 20 in this area over here. But when we get to 90, it's a different ball game, because here we're adding 10 again inside the French way of speaking. So not only do I just tear apart numbers, words, games, I also have to manipulate things for a better understanding through language and what the French language. Now, don't worry if you don't know what I know. First of all, it's very hard for me to say, but I am 13, and I am as well 44. I'm 13 plus 44 because I got the sign to be a man at the age of 13. I am also 18, okay, plus 39. So I am the legal resident angel in this year. My age also connects to the moon and the electric company and Jesus of time on the cross, because of what the 5 times 7, 5 plus 7 equals 2, 35 and 12 equaling to 47. And that's a few words of what it says. Yeah, Anu, yes, I started hearing about that. I don't really know much about it, but for me, a lot of 1, 2, and 3 letter words are telling us a lot of stories just inside the few letters that we see. And lately, I've been thinking about the way I treat the alphabet as complete opposites, but I think we have to shift the alphabet. Instead of starting at 1, the alphabet, I think we have to maybe start the alphabet like at, I don't know, at 13, because becoming of a man, or at 12. So if I start the alphabet at 12, no, I need 26 in the alphabet. You see the alphabet? Okay, I need 26 in the alphabet. So I'm going to start the alphabet at the number 11. So we get 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. That's right. So we're going to start the alphabet at number 11. And so what are we going to do from 10 all the way down that way? Because I want to start the alphabet at number 11. Because number 11 is not like number 10. It's completely different. Okay. First of all, if it was the next section of numbers, have you ever heard anybody say 11th with an ST on it? No, you haven't. Why is it not with an ST, like first, 21st, 31st? I don't know. But what I can create, okay, is that in order to create 11 with 2 numbers, you would need not a 10 and a 1. Because if you had a 10 and a 1, that would be 2 of the same numbers. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. We got to count with the basics. So how do we get to 11? Guess what? We don't get to use number 1. Both 1 and 10 are out. It becomes 9 and 2. That is the birth, yellow and black, creating 18R and 11, the king, both letters that fit together in the deck of cards for the king position. But anyways, no here, no there. It gets number 38. That is the club. That is also the gold that will connect. It is pliable and it connects to the moon. It connects to the moon through its star value by 3 times 8, 24, equaling today 3 and 8, 11. The total is 35. Electric company. 35 and the numeric value for the moon, 57, when they come together and create a 10-10 or a number 1, that 1 gets the center position. It gets the 5 position, the energy. It gets to control each one of the corners, like I showed you on number 5. That's the reality I see. I don't want to lose my spot. Wow, what was I talking about? The 5, the number. Oh, yes. So we started at number 11. So we have 9 and 2, 3 and 8. Then we have 4 and 7. And that's Jesus of time. And that's also created through the moon. That's how we created that number. 4 times 7 is 28. Now we got the cycle of the moon. 4 and 7. Wow, now we have 11. Here comes the student. 39. Here comes the angel. Here comes the 10 angel, because the word 10 equals to 39. Angel equals to 39. The free skies. The sky equals to 55, but in French it equals to 29. Then we have 5 and 6, and that's the student, the birth that comes through the moon. So what can I say about number 11? And then you have number 12, number 13, number 14. And the highest we can go without repeating any numbers is 17. We are going to stand on 17. And do you remember they're saying now that if we're going to stand on 17, because we can't duplicate, and we can't stay where we are, and Jupiter is 99 as the resident angel, we must come to the heavens and be the birth, 9 and 8. So now, coming to the game, we have an ace. And the ace, the first ace, is 11. And the second ace, well, that's only a 1. You can only have 1 11, right? You could only have 1 11. 111 is the center of the 666 divided a game of roulette. So you can only have 111. So that's just so funny if you understood where I was going with that. So you had 5 and 6, and now there's a design for this. There's a design for this, for what you can't have. So anyways, you reach number 17. So what happens? How do you get to 18? How do you get to 18? How do you get to 18? What happens? We had 2 numbers. So now we would have to have, you see, in this instance, because we can't reuse our numbers, also we would need a 4th cube. I want to see if I can design this, if I remember. Oh, yes. We're going to start with an, okay. This is going to be number 5, and this is going to be number 6. Is that possible? I have an opening in the center, or we're going to create it this way. I'm thinking right now. This is 5, this is 6, and now this is 4, this is 7. This is 3. This is 8. This is 2. This is 9. And when we slit the candle here, right, it's all 11, 11, 11. 121, 13, 31. There's going to be a connection to the moon right in here. Male, female. 2, 2, 2. 1/8 of 1776. 1, 2, 3. 1331 around this one. I'm not multiplying it again. The next one I wanted to show you is what happens if we would get 10. Remember I said I didn't want to talk about 10? Oh, this is what would happen in 10. In 10, you would end up with 4 and 6, 3 and 7, 2 and 8, and 1 and 9. Now you see the difference in this one, right, is this over here. Number 5 is now a passage. See, we only had one little string here. See that one little string right on? Well, I drew that. That's supposed to be on a line. That's supposed to be on the line. It's supposed to be on the line. Okay. This one has a dividing line. So the difference between these two is Area 51 is Mars. Here is one of them, and I'm going to relate that to this one. And this one, I'm not really drawing it the way I did. See, because I have to make sure when I'm drawing this, if I'm going to do it, I have to go on this line, this line. Sorry, let me do it properly. It has to be like this. The most amount of lines I can get is that. In order to create this one, okay, I'm just going to do it fair. Okay, and that's the minimum size, minimum size. And if you notice, there's only 1, 2, 1, 2. If you notice, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas. And this one, the difference between one line and two lines. This one is Mars, number 51. This one is Earth, number 52. The total is 103, and they make up Mercury. It's a whole control system out there, and you can't hide the words in matrix. I mean, I like to call it matrix. I don't really know the name to give it, so you have to give it a name. So what I just did with numbers is what I did is I just connected those numbers and showed you what the numbers will do, although somebody won't see it and somebody will, and there's probably a whole lot of things I don't see. Go ahead, I'm listening to the deja vu. 10 and 11 is a division of 3 dice. There's a game called Sickbo, and they had the dividing dice between 10 and 11. Although 3 dice is 18, the bottom side is, don't forget, although it's 18, you have 3 dice. 3 is the minimum. So you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 8. 8. With 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, you have 8. So when you have 3 dice in a game, you have to throw out. Thank you for waking me up with that. When you have 3 dice in a game, you have to throw out the possibility, okay, of getting 3 because getting 2 because you can't. The other thing is, if you get 3 in a 3-game dice, 3 of the same kind, the payout is 180 to 1. 180 to 1. So that combination itself is telling us about the resident angel on the house planet in rotation of birth. And the reason it's telling me that is because 18 is the resident angel. 180, well, the 0 will tell me it's comes with 8 and 6 as the house planet. The minute I see a 0, I just change it to a 6 right away. I don't want to know nothing. The dice cube told me that. The O is the 15th letter in the alphabet. That's why I do it. Oh, besides, I switched the alphabet. I'll put the numbers, instead of putting the numbers from 27 to 36, right? I'll now put the numbers from 1 to 10. Maybe I'll skip out 1. Maybe I'll skip 1. They do it on the telephone. They don't put nothing there. So anyways, I'm thinking. Where was I? Yes, 10 and 11, right. So that would make, in order not to get any of the dice the same number, the minimum you should get is a 6. If all 3 dice were different, the minimum you would get is 6. We also have to think of that. And the maximum you would get is 15. The minimum you would get is 6. The maximum you would get is 15. And 1 and 5 equals to 6. Again, back to root 66. The other thing I was talking, I mentioned the other day is, although I use the alphabet from A to Z, sometimes I want to do something else with the alphabet. I want to go from A to M and use that as the first part of the alphabet, and then find my center for that, and then go from N to the end. Anyways, yeah. So the other thing is, we spoke about the goat and the cow, and because of the 2 nipples and the 4 nipples, it becomes 2, 4, 2. And when it becomes 2, 4, 2, right away it's saying, don't forget, it's plugged in. I don't know what design it makes, rabbit ears, and I call them pigs. Remember, I always talk about the pigs. Here's the pig's nose, and here's the pig's nose, and that's the goat's nipples that plug in, and here's 2 sets of pig's nose over here, right? So that's how I have to look at the dots, the split hoof for the AC/DC power out of the pig, because they say the pig, Arnold, when he was on Green Acres, that he lifts his tail or curls it up when it's going to rain because he knows he can feel it in the air. Where was I with, forget about the alphabet. Oh, tired. Tired. After this, I have to create my own ambience. Yes, the 242. So with that said, the 242, not only does it reflect the most incredible number, which is number 5, okay, because it creates its own reversal, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. Number 14 is that number, okay. Number 12 and 14. Number 12 and 14, what's so ironic about 12 and 14 is that the 14 will create its own number, and the 12 will create number 5, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, which will create 3 and 2. And that 5 that it creates. But at the same time, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will create the 2 and 3, 5. Hold on a second. I'm thinking. Where was I? I came off a subject. I'm thinking about something. Just give me a second. Oh, yes. Number 12 and number 4, 1 and 2 and 1 and 4. See, 1 and 4 can be understood as a quarter. 1 and 2 can be understood as a half. 1 quarter and 1 half. And there is no other movement. It's 1 quarter and 1 half, and those are all the movements, right? Because if you move 1 quarter to the left, there's 3 quarters to the right. If you move 1 quarter to the right, there's 3 quarters to the left. If you move half to the right or half to the left, you've went halfway. You don't have to do anything else. All you need to know is 1 quarter left, 1 quarter right, positive or negative, above or below. It's just so easy. It's a simple game. All we have to understand are all these numbers. Which design is above us? Your cats never watch TV? Where is my cat? Wow. Hold on. This is very rare. Where's my cat? Hey, cat. Come on. Come on. She comes right up to the... Come on. They're waiting for you to come in. You sneaking in? You sneaking in? Come on. You can do it. Oh, yeah. Look at that heart, eh? You see your heart? You sneaking in? Yeah, I got to shut it. There's flies outside. Okay. So that's the end of the video. Oh, you like my buddy up there, right? You like, hey, look at those guys, eh? Looks good tonight. Where's all that light? The buildings are coming down. The buildings are coming down. What's on that side? Cat food. Pumpkin heads. Anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good night. If you want to contact me, send me an email. If you want to do a live video chat, no problem. But that's the end of this night. I'm a little hungry. Gonna watch a movie. If you have a movie you want me to watch, let me know and I'll watch it if I can. Just have a good night. Share the picture. Take a screenshot. Thank you, Michelle. Good night. Take it easy. Don't listen. It's a slow roll. It's just a slow roll. It's only for you. And over time, we will come together. We will come together. For some reason, after the almost close to 60 years that I am on this planet, all the sci-fi and everything I've ever heard is just about all come true. Thank you for watching this video. Kisses to all.